I last talked about this, what, a week ago? Yeah, it's time for more MacBook Pro rumors. Yay, Apple hype train. So, you guys really liked my last Lazy Dodoid vlog, so I thought I'd do another one. And this one will actually be about pretty much the same topic. Rumors about the 2016 MacBook Pro. So, last time I talked about it, it was some of the more broad rumors about, you know, the possibility of a Polaris series GPU in there, or, you know, mobile Xeons I think I might have talked about. We're still not sure if those are coming to the MacBook Pro. We talked about how it's probably going to be thinner like the new MacBook, maybe have a metal hinge, and for the most part that stuff's still true. The unconfirmed things are still unconfirmed. But a new really interesting design rumor has come out that states that the function keys, the ones along top of the keyboard, are actually going to be a touchscreen. So instead of having the 6-row keyboard, there'd be 5 rows, and the top row would be a big touchscreen. And, well, this is interesting. It's something that I've seen done before. I think it was Razer had a desktop keyboard, and maybe even a prototype laptop, I'm not sure, that had a little screen on the side, and you'd watch YouTube in like some really slow player on it or something, and it looked kind of interesting, but I mean, I'm interested to see what Apple's implementation of that is. So, me and my dad, who's also a quite technical guy, were talking about what it might be able to do, and a couple of our theories were he thought it might be for the dock, which would be interesting. I mean, if you were able to have your apps always running full screen, and then just, like, tap apps on a physical, almost like a physical dock to launch them, that would be an interesting feature. I was thinking it'd be nice if in Final Cut, because you know I am a Final Cut user, this video will be edited in Final Cut, it would be the play pause buttons, maybe buttons for, you know, blade tool, arrow tool, all those, that would be helpful, although you can kind of do that with keyboard shortcuts, so maybe that would be a useless feature. Along with touchscreen function keys, other rumors include a new design, which was backed up by this recent report that's talking about the touchscreen function keys. It also talks about a built-in Touch ID sensor, so you could scan your fingerprint on your MacBook. That would be a new addition to the Mac. I guess iPhones have been doing it since the 5S, but the Mac has yet to have a built-in fingerprint scanner, so that's a helpful thing. And there are also rumors that it may introduce a Thunderbolt 3 enabled USB Type-C port. So, I'm not sure whether this will replace the existing Thunderbolt ports on it. The report does not say. But it allowed you to plug in an external GPU, perhaps? Like the, I don't know, some Apple equivalent of the Razer Core? I'm not sure. That would be an interesting feature that I'm sure some Mac gamers and graphics-intensive users, like 3D modelers or whatever, would like. So yeah, those are a few extra features that will also be in there, along with what will probably be the headline feature, which is the touchscreen function keys, as I keep saying. But, this is a really interesting new rumor that's come out. It's from the famous KGI Securities guy, I forget what his name is, who's a famous Apple leaker, usually correct. But here's where it gets weird. See, we all thought this was coming at WWDC, and I said, oh, it's probably going to be coming at WWDC in my last video. I don't know if that's true anymore. Because the leak says that they'll actually be coming in Q4, which means a couple of interesting things. First, it'll miss WWDC, it'll miss back to school, which is a very, very common time to buy computers, if you don't know that. I mean, if you haven't bought a computer at back to school time, you definitely know someone who has. It's a super common time to buy computers. And, it might be just before Christmas, some rumors are saying. We don't really know. So, if this MacBook Pro is going to be coming so late in the year, I was wondering if they do something a little bit like the 2013 Mac Pro, where, because the product was aging, they did a preview of it almost at WWDC, I think it was WWDC, where they showed like a render of the Mac Pro and everyone, you know, oohed and awed over the size, but then it didn't come out for like another year, so I wonder if the MacBook Pro is going to come out late in the year. Will they be doing some sort of a like preview teaser kind of a thing at WWDC? I don't really know. Apple tends to do WWDC, an event in the spring, and an event in the fall. So if they do an event in the fall, it could come at that. It might be late fall, because they're saying Q4, so that's October, November, December. But that would be a time that you'd usually see things like new iPads and new iPhones coming out. So it's kind of weird they put a MacBook there, because from what I can tell, most MacBooks come out early in the year. So, yeah, this is just sort of another lazy Dodoid vlog about the MacBook Pro. If you liked the video, then please subscribe, because Dodoid is still a very small channel, and if you would like to see us grow, to see our content perhaps produced more frequently at higher quality, please subscribe. And thanks for watching. Until next time, bye. Seeing as you stayed after the outro, I'll tell you a secret. There's your secret.